Now, your Alaska Link weather for Anchorage and South Central.
We are saying goodbye to July and hello to August. Now, for our final day of July, we did bring in some dry conditions, so our precipitation number here is going to stay just a little over 4 inches, keeping us at that 7th wettest July on record. Average temperature was slightly below normal, not setting any records there, but definitely highlighting that it has been a cool and wet month, and we're hopeful to maybe see some of those summer-like conditions still grip on here into August before we really start to work into those more fall-like conditions, which our last day of July to show off that summer feel. We had that blue sky return. This is a look along Glen Highway there from Alaska 511. Beautiful, beautiful view of that beautiful sky. Now, what we see here is that with the clear conditions overnight, we'll drop down to a low about 53 degrees, but we do stay pretty quiet overall here for the overnight. But as we head into our Thursday, we are going to turn a little cloudier as we are watching that there is going to be a northern system. There's a frontal system that will be approaching areas of the Alaska Range, and that is going to bring in some moisture. Now, it is looking to be more widely scattered rain, especially for much of the South Central, really looking at minor accumulations all the way through the valley when it comes into even that weekend forecast, as we'll note that we are expected to be bright and mild again as we head towards about Sunday. So little hiccup in the forecast, but still pretty pleasant. We're still expected to see some times of that sunshine, especially early in the day, and the early day sunshine will at least be able to help us strive for that high temperature into the mid 60s. If we can keep the sunshine longer, that might help promote temperatures. Now, with that approaching system, we're also going to talk about some of those gusty gap winds funneling in. So no areas like Anchorage, Palmer, Kenai, even in some of our coastal areas, seeing some slight increase into those winds, even looking at the Copper River Basin there into the valley, showing some stronger wind gusts. So a little bit of a breezy day, not talking high wind concern, but especially sometimes when we can build some of those gap winds, there can be that increased potential. But we're also noting that we are increasing that cloud cover and that moisture potential. You can see northerly system there dropping in. So that's going to at least return more higher elevation activity there with a few showers. But we'll note that that mostly stays in higher elevation spots. You don't see a lot of that even break into those lower elevations. Even as we look at the rainfall potential through Friday, we see maybe a few hundredths of an inch. So nothing that's expected to be drenching. Again, mostly elevational wise, we can see there Valdez trying to walk away with about a half an inch. So not going to be a drenching forecast, but some of those steering changes that will show less sunshine as we are holding on to just about 17 hours of that sunshine. We'll look at that early hours of that sunshine will allow for 60s there to build in, at least 50s for more of our coastal areas. Friday will continue mostly cloudy skies and isolated shower to spread into Saturday with that northerly system, but then we're expected to work into the potential of some of that sunshine there on Sunday, which could bring us back up into those upper 60s before we're tracking some isolated rain showers but mild temperatures into next week.